Hello. Now, for any of you that have followed Propane for a while, you might be thinking, who the fuck is that guy? Well, my name is Alex and I'm the community manager of the Propane Business Program. Today's video is a look inside some of the things that go on within that program. It's a Q&A session between Jonny and one of our clients about how he's turning his successfully converting organic challenge into something that is profitable when it comes to paid ads. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about there, that means you haven't watched our webinar. Go to the link below to watch that and you'll see a little bit of how our business model works that we teach to our clients. I hope you enjoy the video and I will hopefully see you inside the program at some point.
Overview, where you're at and how I can help.
Yeah, so I've run my organic challenge. I got quite a good turnout. So I got some, I think 5 sales from that, 5 or 6 sales. Quite a good amount of revenue and 55 leads, I think it was. Okay. So I've gone on to the Facebook ads, and I've had a bit of trouble with that in the past. So my actual Facebook account got hacked, and they used my Facebook ad account. So that was all a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, I got that sorted again. So yeah, running the Facebook ads, and I'm having a little bit of a problem with these again now. In terms of subscribes and things like that.
What, just so I can just complete the picture, do you know what your revenue was from the organic off the top of your head?
Yeah, I've written it down. 1 second. It was £562.
Okay. From 5 sales?
Yeah, it was 5 sales, but there was I think 4 smaller bundles, and then there was 1 main package, which was
got it.
£400 for just 1 package. So
solid, man. Okay, so 1 400 sale.
Yeah.
One at 400, and then 4 at.
Yeah. So like the £400 one was my main 12-week program, and then the other were kind of smaller, just training based.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the ads. You've mentioned you are doing lead magnet to challenge, right?
Yes.
Have you considered doing straight to challenge?
Yeah, I was going to do that. I just thought, personally, I just thought that the lead magnet would get more noticeability. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I just thought, like, if I present something where someone wants to get it instantly, at least I can get their email even if they don't go into the challenge. Whereas the challenge is more of like they've actually want to do something about it rather than just grab the. So I just thought if it all fails, at least I get some emails.
Okay, so the situation you're in is you have been running ads for 4 days, and you have lots of clicks to subscribes from one of them, and basically the problem is that people are downloading the lead magnet and they're not joining the challenge, right?
Yeah, so there's actually been a little bit of a change since I sent you that hot seat. So I checked the links; they were all perfect. I even logged out of my Facebook account and stuff, and I checked the link to the group, and it was all working fine for me. And then I asked my girlfriend to do it, and she said that it came up with the link is broken. So yeah, I don't know why that's happened. Because I obviously check all my links before I did it all and made sure everything was running smoothly. And then it's just obviously not seemed to have allowed people in. So I've changed that now. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. Is that like if I still run my ads, is it going to send them to that same link even though I've changed it on the landing page? So I'm not really sure about how it works from now.
So I just need an overview from you, just so I'm fully clear on what exactly is happening here. So if I click on an ad, I go to a landing page.
So yeah. So
on the landing page, I opt in, right?
Yep.
Clarify. Yeah. And then I go to a thank you page.
Yeah.
What's on the thank you page?
And that just simply says, thanks for subscribing, or thanks for signing up. you'll get an email in the next couple of minutes with your link to the group and to the ebook, well, to the document.
Okay.
And then the email is all automated, so it goes to them.
Okay. And in the email, are you saying, here's what the challenge is, here's why you should join, or no?
Yeah. So on the landing page, I do actually, I give quite a good not good, but I mean like quite a thorough overview of the challenge. And then in the email, I just go through a few finer details, like a little bit extra, really, not touching on too much more. And then I give 2 buttons where they can download the actual file of the document, and they can also click on the link to the Facebook group.
So sorry, the link to download and the group, that's in the email?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, and then your question was, if you change the link, where are you changing the link? On the thank you page?
Yeah. So I have changed the link on the landing. Yeah. When they put their email in after that, well, sorry, not on the landing page, on the email. So I've changed the link that goes to their email. So that should be fine, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So the only thing that I would avoid, like when ads are running, I would try as much as you can to not make changes here. Like if you make any changes to the landing page, Facebook crawls the page and probably will pick that up. Because something that people sometimes try and do is like they get an ad approved using like really PG tactics and then try and change it to become more aggressive or whatever. I think they can kind of subvert Facebook's mechanisms, but they probably can't. So I would avoid changing the landing page. Probably changing anything on the thank you page, or certainly anything in the emails, is fair game, not a problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think your logic for like, I'm going to give away a lead magnet, and then because that is one of the mechanisms we recommend, right, as a way to sort of get more traffic into your landing page. The advantage of that is, for everyone listening, like if we imagine you have your challenge here, which like in Harry's case we know converts at like 10%, right? So that we don't really want to change that, but something that can happen over time is if all anybody ever sees is the challenge. Like if every time I see your stuff on my Facebook newsfeed, it's always just the same thing, right? People get bored of that. So instead we say, well, if you have a download that then's like, once you've downloaded it, it's like, oh, by the way, have you thought about my challenge? Then changing that is really easy. So you could have like 5 or 6 different like free downloads that you give away, and all of them then take someone to the challenge. The downside of that, so the benefit of that, as Harry said, is like, even if someone doesn't join the challenge, you've still got their email, you can follow them up and you can re-invite them. The downside is it does add a bit of extra friction. So as it sounds like you're experiencing, Harry, although it's maybe a bit difficult to say definitely if the link's just been changed, but there will be like because we have a percentage drop off the whole way here, right? Like we have people who click, we have people who click, people who opt in, people who visit the thank you page, who think about joining the challenge, and then people who actually join the group once they've said they'll join the challenge. So I would say, probably to keep things the most simple, I would say try and advertise. The next time you do this, try and just advertise the challenge, right? And don't mention the ebook, don't mention the lead magnet. And then down the line, you can add the lead magnet back in as things start to slow down. But forget about that for now. Let's talk about this current situation. So how can I best help? Like, what's the biggest problem right now with this?
So like, I think I've kind of solved a couple of the problems, like in terms of I've had 250 clicks and only about 30 subscribes. So there seems to be like, I reckon there's a problem, like my landing page isn't that good, needs to be more detailed, like more attractive, I don't know, anything. So that's one of the issues, I reckon. And the ad images. So basically, in terms of the Facebook module that you put up, the Facebook course, I got to, I think it was module 7, and then I was waiting for a while for you to bring out all of them, because they were really helping along the way. So I wanted to wait until kind of the last few ones, and I thought that was going to be the last one. So I did them after that one, and then you brought out this one, which I've actually just watched today, which has really like fully like helped me like with the actual kind of the kind of release of the actual the actual launch. So there was a couple of things in there that I would change. So firstly, I did UAE because I live in the UAE as a country. So that was probably a bit of a mistake because I'm getting a lot of kind of, apologies if anyone lives in UAE, but there's a lot of kind of weird people that are clicking on it and like they're kind of commenting on it with kind of weird, not weird stuff, but I probably should have just stuck with the UAE, the UK and the US.
Yeah, so when it comes to location-based targeting, like one of the biggest mistakes people make is they set their targeting to worldwide, and basically in terms of the world, like where big companies like think like Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, like they go after the US, Canada, UK, like tier 1 countries, as I explained in the module. So ads are kind of slightly more expensive there, but you tend to get people who are kind of more investment minded. Like I'm making huge sweeping generalizations here, but like that's generally speaking what is considered to be true with online ads. But if you set worldwide, Facebook will say, oh well, like we could run an ad in Bangladesh and it would be super cheap, right? It would be super cheap for you as an advertiser. You get loads and loads of clicks, but they just might not be your ideal customer. So there's nothing wrong with using UAE, but if you're getting that kind of reaction, I'd probably go US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland. That's, pick those places. Okay. So like you're getting a 12% conversion on the landing page, which isn't terrible. Like it could be better. But what's more, like the thing to think about whenever you're looking at this is like, is it converting? Are the numbers making sense from a financial perspective? So am I spending like what was the spend to get 30 subscribers?
Well, as of today, which has been 6 days, well, just over 6 days, it's been just under £200.
Okay. So your cost per lead is, let's say, that's in sterling, you say? £200?
Yeah, just on, £200.
So you're spending £6.70. You made from 55 leads, you made 500. Should be able to do this, shouldn't I? So you made £9.09 a lead.
Yeah.
In terms of your earning per lead. So technically speaking, and I know I talk about like take 80% of that figure, etc., right? But technically speaking, that's in KPI. Now,
I've got all these numbers down actually.
All right, cool. That's assuming that these people are in the group and in the challenge and ready to go, which it sounds like they aren't at this stage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when are you planning to launch this challenge that you're running ads to? When is that scheduled to start?
I was going to do it 10 days after I launch the ads, but that's not going to, I'm not going to, well, unless you think otherwise, I'm not going to run that now because I've got no one in the group today. So
okay. So what were you thinking, like prior to us speaking, what were you thinking to do next step wise?
I was thinking to the 2 ads that aren't running very well, like they've literally got 3 clicks. 3 clicks each. So I was thinking of just stopping them completely and just running with the one that is getting a lot of clicks. And now that the link has fixed, I fixed the link. Hopefully I might get some more traction on that. But in terms of that, I don't think I'll run that for longer than kind of a couple more days, and then I will go on organic. So I haven't actually promoted any organic posts at all. Just wanted to see what the Facebook ads were going to do. I was going to introduce some organic posts and emails like today or tomorrow. But I was going to stop the other 2 emails and carry on with the one that's working, kind of.
Okay. So and this is still going to UAE. You haven't changed the targeting.
No, is it possible to do that now?
So what I would suggest you do is if you're going to run them for more time, I would take the ad that's working, I would turn off all the ads, and I would start a new campaign that uses the same interests but go after. So like use the module that I just put up that guides you through this. And just run however many campaigns make sense from your budget. Target the UK, US, Canada, Australia with the ad that's working to the same interests, right? So spend the same that you were planning to spend anyway. But if you're not getting the traction you want in UAE, I would suggest switching that. And I think changing it in the ad that's running, like from like an algorithm perspective, like everything has to stop and then it slowly builds up again. And in that time, you're still spending money, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's best to kind of cut it and start afresh if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And then run it for, even if you don't make the full 4 days, I would still do that. And then you've got kind of some data from it. At the same time, do your organic posting. And I would take these people here, right? The 49 to 50 people who didn't buy, I'd re-invite them back to the challenge.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of an easy win. Just say, look, I'm doing it again. Are you interested? Right.
Yeah.
And then, organically promote it. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, man, like I think it's unfortunate that the link was broken. Like, especially if you tested it, that's unlucky.
I know.
But in theory, like if we kind of take all the noise away and like step back, like you're running ads that are kind of in KPI, that are like doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's just a few technical hitches, and then I think we'll be there.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Awesome, man. Makes sense?
Sweet. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for that.
All right, man. No problem.
Sweet. Thank you.
Speak soon.